Hello and welcome to the Yawn podcast. I'm Jadon.
Hi there, my name is Jon.
And we're a bit late. It's been a couple of weeks since we've been recording these, but life happens, and I'm sure you'll understand, and if you don't, you can just suck a lemon and with water and sugar, because you enjoy a nice cold glass of lemonade for all of your hard work this week and last week. Because you're a good person.
Don't go sucking lemons.
Do it.
Don't do it.
Do it.
Do it.
It'll be cathartic.
Do it. I recommend it, actually.
Yeah. But we had a bit of weird issues with recording earlier.
Yeah.
But
apparently recording two mics is damn near impossible if you don't have a breakout box to say. So
we gave up and we summoned Satan, and now everything is okay.
We'll see how this turns out. It's gonna be should be wonderful. You should notice that please notice that our voices sound better this way. Please.
Well, I hope they sound better this way.
Please notice that for us.
But anyway, like we were saying in the version that got destroyed, I was mentioning that I was gonna be replaying a game called Catherine again, just to get unlock the different endings.
Yeah, we talked about that. Full disclosure. I don't really like Catherine's puzzle parts. It's not for me. It's not my favorite thing to do. But I'll play it. It'll be cool. Yeah.
So I was very confused when I first saw the technical genre thing for Catherine, because it was apparently a horror romance puzzle game. And before Catherine, I didn't really think that you could really put those words in a sentence together, because that just made absolutely no sense.
It still makes no sense.
Well, it's one of those things where it makes perfect sense if you don't think about it.
Okay.
You know the feeling?
I guess if you take out the romance part, there are many games that fit in with that, Amnesia.
Definitely. Well, yeah, that is a puzzle game, huh?
Yeah.
Because you're not really fighting anything.
Yeah, I really find that horror and puzzle is a great combination. It's like a game dev tycoon.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really think that romance horror, that'd be cool as a story, as a book. I'd read that book.
Yeah. Well, like we were talking about, you just want to skip the puzzles entirely.
Yeah, if there was a button in that game where I could just skip all the puzzles and just do the story bits, I'd really like it. I'd really, really like it. I'd play the hell out of that.
I don't know. I really enjoy the puzzles, actually. They're nice.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I looked it up just now, and apparently there are 9 total endings to Catherine.
That's crazy
and
pants.
So far, I only have 2.
That's crazy pants.
I'm going to do my best, but I'm not sure if I can actually make through all this.
All 9 endings?
Yeah.
Well, let me see. It's 4 of them we know are good real, and good not real.
It's not supposed to be good and bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. Chaotic real and chaotic not real.
No, they classified towards
true chaotic.
Yeah,
that's what they called it. True chaotic, and then chaotic.
Just plain chaotic.
And then order and true order. So that's 4 of them.
Yeah, I think so. That's 4.
Out of the 9.
I'm pretty sure there's one for neutral, because that just makes sense.
That does make sense. So I guess that's 5. But
so we're still missing 4.
4 is ridiculous.
So I have no idea where to go from there. But I'm going to try to unlock at least the neutral one next, maybe, because that seems like the most obvious course.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, other than the, I think it would be much easier to do the not true endings, because you just load up those save files right before he asks, is this what you really want? You just click no, and then you get the not true ending.
But see, I didn't know that there were this many endings until I looked it up, or until James told me.
Yeah.
And you have the option to save right before each puzzle, and that's what I was doing, because if you run out of retries, it's technically game over.
So you just run that puzzle again?
No, because remember, after each puzzle, you're asked another question.
Yeah.
And so if you load it on the last, puzzle,
yeah,
you've already answered 3 of the 4 questions. So 75% of the ending has already been calculated. So that would not work.
What do you mean? All right. So the way I read the same thing, James showed me the page. The way I read those, it sounded like after the last boss,
Yeah.
The last question that he asks you is, do you like chaos if you're doing the chaos one?
No, he asks you more questions than that.
It's
like 4.
It was just the one that I read about that I can remember too. What are the 4 questions then?
Are you prepared? Do you wish to live a life of chaos order? Are you prepared to live forever in that? And I think the other one was like, are you prepared to die to what you truly want or whatever?
Because all right, so
another one or something.
You'd have to save right before then.
Yeah, and because I didn't know that, I saved after I've already answered 3 of the 4 questions or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the ending's already been calculated. So I have to start again from the top, work through all the crap that I've already done before to get to that. So I think it'd be best to...
It does not sound like a fun time.
Well, I'm going to be upping the difficulty, so it'll be new to me just because it'll be more difficult.
That sounds even less like a fun time.
It sounds great to me, but I won't have much time to do it because it takes a while.
Yeah, it does. It does. I've been dumping my soul into Monster Hunter recently.
Yeah?
Yep. I got a group of 4 people finally to play that with me. It's a great game.
Founded your own mini guild?
My own mini guild. We killed stuff. We're now officially G rank, which is pretty fancy.
That's for goober rank.
It's for, G, you spent a lot of time playing this.
That's what G stands for.
That's what the G stands for. I do that a lot these days. I found that's pretty fun. Whenever something's like, press A for this, and I have to explain that to someone, where I have to tell them, hey, do this letter.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be press G for goodness. You really need to press this button.
Right now.
That's what I use a lot.
The G button.
It's like when they're playing StarCraft and people don't know hotkeys.
Oh, yeah?
It's just like, what's the hotkey for Zealot?
You need to press...
You need to press... Oh, man.
Just deep sighs from his...
You need to press Z for... Oh my goodness. You need to build zealots.
Zoom down the zoopers on the Zooland.
How do I build stuff? Oh, you press B for...
How do I build stuff?
By God, I have to build stuff.
If you don't know how to build stuff, oh boy.
Hey, that's what it was like teaching James how to play.
Wait, he didn't know how to play StarCraft?
Yeah. When we played at the LAN party, he didn't know how to play StarCraft at all.
Oh, that's right.
It was pretty weird. It was pretty sad to see. At the 30-minute mark, everyone has 200 supply armies, and then James is over there with 3 Marines. I'm doing it, guys.
Look at me go.
It was
3
hilarious.
Marines.
What do we do with these 3 Marines?
Oh man, I love playing Phantom mode.
Phantom mode is the best thing that ever existed for people who don't play StarCraft or Phantom mode, or games in general. I think I'm going to describe this to you. So, Phantom mode is a game type in StarCraft.
StarCraft 2.
StarCraft 2.
To be technical.
To be technical and such. So it's a game mode where, out of the group of people, everyone's trying to work together to basically find the Phantom. And in a group of 4 people, there's going to be 1 Phantom. So let's say you're playing with 4 people, because that makes things easy.
Easy peasy.
So there's 1 Phantom, 2 Slayers, and a Paladin. Paladin is the good guy.
I'm the good guy.
He's the good guy who is the strongest out of the bunch. He gets a little bit of extra resources, so he's the strongest out of the good guys. And then Slayers are just normal people. And then the Phantom, he gets a whole bunch of resources. And because it goes into day and night mode, where you can't see anything that's going on, the Phantom can get really strong real quick. So it's a really...
You need to explain what each person, what their objective is.
I did. I said all the good guys have to.
You didn't say who the good guys were.
The Slayer and the Paladin.
Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, I mentioned this. So they have to hunt down the Phantom, and the Phantom has to kill everyone.
So it's kind of like Town of Salem, but not really. Sort of, but not really. Yeah. That's the closest comparison I can come up with.
There's a card game called Resistance, which is exactly like it. So it's Resistance multiplied by StarCraft. And it's
multiplied by StarCraft.
It's amazing. It's actually the best thing I've ever played. And plus StarCraft 2 is free. The arcade is free now, so you can play Phantom mode for free.
It's cool.
I recommend it. If you have a group of 4 friends, play Phantom mode.
It does things to your personality.
Oh
though.
man, oh
you can
geez.
attest.
Jeez, Jadon is the worst person to play.
Oh no, I disagree. I have a great time.
He is the worst person to play with.
I have a great time. I don't know what you're talking about. I have the best time.
You can be like, hey Jadon, I'm totally not the Phantom, and I know that you're totally not the Phantom. We need to work together to totally find the Phantom. And then he nukes you. He nukes everything that you own.
Nukes everywhere.
Because we agreed that we'd find this Phantom, and then he goes, hey, your army's getting big. Yeah, because we were building up our army to find the Phantom. And then he nukes everything.
Well, it's because you get really paranoid in that game. You don't know who you can trust.
You can trust no one.
At all.
Ever.
And because, like, backstabbing is so common. Like, it's not just me. I swear to God.
No, but, I mean, you're the only other one that they know about, so that's what I'm just going to talk about.
I don't know. But let me tell you about the time. I was the Phantom. Mm-hmm. And the Paladin, he walks up to me, he's like, hey bro, so I noticed that guy over there, he's acting really suspiciously. I think he's the Phantom. What should we do? I'm like, I don't know if he's the Phantom. Let's hang back for now and wait, and then we can take him out together.
By the way, I was the one that they were saying was suspicious, and I was the Slayer.
And so, like, we were playing with a big group of people, so there's more than one Phantom.
Yeah.
And so then I walked up to the other Phantom when the Paladin wasn't paying attention. I'm like, hey bro, so I figured out who the Paladin is. Let's wait a while and then kill him. And then we did. And then we blamed it all, I think, on you, Jon. Mm-hmm. And then everyone killed Jon. And by that point, all of the good guys were so weak that me and the other Phantom guy, we wiped everyone out.
Yeah, it's mind games. It's 95% mind games, and then the rest is StarCraft 2 mechanics. So if you're really good at StarCraft 2, then this sounds like a game for you. But even if you're not really, really good at StarCraft 2, you can just out-psych everyone. And then if you're a Phantom, eventually you'll end up with twice the supply as everyone, and you'll just be able to melt their faces off because they literally cannot do anything about it.
Or just build nukes, like me. Or just build nukes.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to the max, and probably the best game ever.
I don't know about the best game ever, but it's pretty nice.
Best StarCraft 2 mode ever.
I will not dispute with that.
One of the best LAN party games ever.
Yes, if you can actually get people to play it.
If you can actually get people... You know what's what I hate about LAN parties? Sometimes, I really love my LAN parties, but sometimes you're going to invite that one guy who just doesn't want to conform and play the games with everyone.
I'm a rebel. I don't do what you tell me.
He's like, oh, you're all playing this game.
Let me play this other game.
I'll play it for 10 seconds, and then he incites a rebellion on you. Like, I run LAN parties with people who I know don't incite rebellions, and just like, hey guys, we're going to play this all night long. And then they do. And
it's fun.
And then it's fun. It's the best thing ever. Everyone leaves with a smile on their face. When you're hosting a LAN party and you have the one Lone Ranger who goes, hey, you're all playing Counter-Strike? I think I'm going to play Worms. Then the whole thing falls apart. No one wants to play the same game. They're like, oh, he's suggesting games, and then nothing happens. And if you're hosting that party...
It sucks.
It really sucks for you. I think that party I only played like an hour of games. And then the rest of the time I was just like trying to get people to play the game and fixing problems for them. It was rough. It was a real rough party, but...
It's a rough day.
It was a rough day. But it was still pretty fun.
We got through it. Together.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I think we need to do a LAN party.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, my birthday.
When's your birthday?
The 6th. 5 days from now.
Let me check my calendar really quick.
4 days from now. That's Saturday. I have it off.
I don't.
That's too bad.
I have it off. I have Monday and Tuesday off.
You have Monday and Tuesday off?
Yep.
All right. I'll try to get those days off. I think I'm working Tuesdays now. But anyways,
yeah, sorry to do that to everybody. Let's just waste your time on our podcast by talking about our personal plans.
Hey, they were the ones that clicked on us. We didn't click on them. We didn't choose them.
How do you know? I clicked on them. I clicked on all of you. Susie and Billy.
Also,
I'm watching you.
Also you, Aaron.
Yeah.
I clicked on you too. And you, Justin, I know you're listening.
Yeah, Justin.
Justin, I know you're listening right now.
Get out, Justin.
Justin, you're a wonderful person.
Get out.
Had
it with your shenanigans.
Your sense of style.
Justice sucks, Justin.
Your sense of style is amazing.
It sucks.
I bet your shoes are
Terrible.
very comfortable.
They're gross and full of mud and spit and disgusting worms.
But yeah, we gotta hold a LAN party.
Yeah, definitely.
Get I don't know, let's say 5, 6 people. 6 reliable people.
Yeah.
Not 12 freelancers.
Freelancer Tex has arrived.
We're not gonna get 12 Rottwild kids again. That was
Rottwild kids.
That was.
Is that a word? I don't think that's a word.
It's kind of dog.
A Rottweiler is a kind of dog, but Rottwild?
I know, but it's Rottweiler is like past tense of Rottwild.
No, it's not. A Rottweiler is a dog.
Yeah,
what are you even talking about?
But take it away from the dog. Take the word by itself.
Okay. How would you spell it? I'm gonna look this up.
All right, ROT.
Okay.
Then wild. Rottwild. I'm not sure if it's the thing.
The first result I see is Rottwild bikes, and the rest of it is in German.
Yeah. Does it say...
And then the next hit is images for Rottwild, and all I'm seeing is pictures of what appears to be deer. Possibly elk. I think you're crazy.
No, it's not a real word. I actually just stumbled on my words and wanted to keep going, but thanks for pointing it out.
You know what, John? I'm proud to be your source of humiliation.
I'm here for you.
And I am here for me.
Here for you.
And I'm here for me. You know what? This works out well for both of me.
So, yeah, that's what's going on.
Well, so far, anyway.
So far. We need to do another LAN party. It's gonna be a good day. We're gonna have some good times.
I don't know why I just thought of this, but like... And this is completely... Of course, it's totally unrelated, because why would we have any continuity between conversation topics?
They don't know who we are. They know this. They know this.
Well, they might not... I don't think they know us.
They know this. They know this.
Whatever.
We're good.
But anyway, like, earlier in the day, I was just thinking, like, of some of my pet peeves, because I've been told that, like, if my right buttons are pushed, like, I can be really irritable.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just thinking about, like, my pet peeves. And one of the things that I hate the most is, like, when I go to get a haircut, the hairdresser starts talking. I don't like that.
You just want to get the haircut and get out?
Yes. Okay. I did not pay you an overpriced charge to cut off a few locks of hair just to have you stand there. So what are you doing today? Do I know you? Are you a friend of mine?
Have we met before?
Do you want to become friends?
Have we met before?
Does your mother know my mother, or are you like an undercover cop, or are you?
Sir, I just want to cut your hair.
Yeah, and that's all I want from you too.
I just want to cut your hair, sir, and talk about the news, sir.
No. You see...
Sir, you gotta hear about the news!
Now we're having a disconnect.
Things were good until you mentioned news.
You see, things were good until you started talking about things that weren't related to my haircut. And then, things just fell apart after you said other things.
It's really funny, too, because it's always the same conversation. You sit down, and then they go, all right, how do you want to cut? You tell them how you want to cut. Take 2 inches off, and they go, okay. And then they start snipping away. So what school do you go to? It's always the first thing.
They don't always ask me that. They're like, what are you doing today? I'm like, I don't know. I'm here for a haircut. What do you think?
I think one thing worse than that is my dentists.
Oh, because you can't even respond.
You can't respond.
They're drilling like holes in your mouth.
They're like talking to you. They're like, oh man. And what's really weird about my dentists is I'm pretty sure they write down everything that I say.
What?
It's ridiculous.
What do you mean?
It's like, you know how you have your semi-annual checkups?
Yeah, like every 6 months or whatever?
Yeah, so I go there, and like I mention, doing this test for this class. And then I go there, 6 months later, and they're like picking at my teeth, just stabbing my gums.
With a nice pick,
Yeah.
Standard procedure.
They're stabbing my gums. They're like, oh, I stabbed you with this pick in your gums.
You're gonna feel a bit of pressure.
And then like they stab you really bad, and they're like, oh, sorry, my hand's a little bit slippery. And then your gums start bleeding because of that, and they're like, you're not brushing often enough. No, I think you just stabbed me.
I think that's the fail-proof
I think you stabbed
excuse.
Me. So,
I wonder if your dentist is like those doctors who need a shot of whiskey before performing surgery.
It's something
to
like
steady
that.
Their hands.
Anyways, so they'll be picking at my teeth 6 months later, and then they'll mention that test. And I'm just like, okay.
I would not want your dentist.
You're not even the same lady. You're not the same lady that even I told that to.
You're not the woman that I fell in love with dentistry with.
Like, there's two ladies that work there that, clean my teeth. Like, there's one redhead and then one blonde older lady. And, like, I told the redhead, hey, yeah, I'm taking this theater class. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's like, whose line is it anyways? And then, like, 6 months later, the blonde-haired lady's like, so how's your theater class? And it's the worst thing ever.
I would cut and run.
It's the worst thing.
I don't care if they have a nice pick in my mouth. I would yank that out of my mouth and start running. That is too creepy.
Oh, I have to get my wisdom teeth pulled this month.
Oh, you do?
Oh.
I bet you're looking forward to that.
No.
I haven't had mine pulled yet, but...
Not looking forward to this.
Good luck, son. You're gonna need it.
I do not want it.
You see, I gotta wait until I graduate from college to get those pulled, because, like, if I don't have my wisdom teeth, I don't have a shot at passing any of my classes.
I got zero chance at passing anything.
No wisdom, man.
No wisdom. As soon as I get these pulled, I'm just gonna be another monkey without a tail.
Another monkey without a tail. No, John, everybody's got a story. But
Oh.
Tail.
DuckTales. That was a good show.
Oh my god. Okay. I know this is off topic again, but I've been scrolling through Yahoo's headlines on their little stories.
Tell me about
and
this thing.
I'm not going to read this thing just because I think it's going to be strange, but all I can see on the headline is, why no female Viagra? And of course, the first thing that pops into my head is, well, because females don't have a penis.
I believe that is the thing. They do not need the extra blood flow.
How would that even work? I don't think it... Okay. Out of all the things that don't make sense to me, this is one of them.
Female Viagra? Well, Viagra just increases blood flow, right?
It's supposed to increase blood flow to your special area.
To your...
district of...
Oh, man, I was going to say something King George.
What?
I don't know.
King George?
King George. There's other names for it.
Basically,
in England...
You could say your high horse, your little brother.
In
Santa's
England, there is every word means penis.
Every word?
Every word.
Including penis?
Even including penis.
I knew it.
Every word means penis. You're just like, hey, you're George,
get a cup of tea?
And they're like, don't talk about my George like that.
That's weird.
Yeah.
English people are weird.
But
I like them.
They're fun.
Sometimes.
But, like, that's what Viagra does, is it makes your blood flow better. So, like, if you get a cut after taking Viagra, it's gonna
it's like serious.
Bad.
Is it because, like, does it reduce the number of platelets?
I can't remember exactly what it is, but it might be a thinner...
What did this turn us to Dr. Oz? I'm sorry.
But, like, that would not work on a female.
No.
They don't need that. They need something else, probably, to increase the waterworks. I don't know.
Yeah. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Freaking Yahoo. Has all the weird headlines.
You think you're BuzzFeed.
Well, not even, because they aren't... They're trying to take themselves seriously, but it's clearly not working. Because all of their headlines look stupid. The photos they choose are dumb. I don't know.
Why do you use it, then?
It's just easy.
Why?
I don't want to have to go through the trouble of transferring my email account.
Oh.
Because I'm lazy.
Okay, but is that like your homepage?
It's not my homepage. My homepage is blank. I don't have a homepage.
Do you just check your email a lot, then?
Yeah. Well, it's because, like, I don't usually check my Gmail, just because it's one that I use normally, like, for professional stuff. So, like, anything personal and anything related to, like, my BSU stuff, it either goes to my BSU email or to my Yahoo mail. So I check both pretty much on a daily basis.
Yeah. I basically, if I want to get news, I'm just gonna see it on Reddit. So.
I don't know.
And Reddit is, like, way more unbiased than Fox News.
Oh, definitely.
Or
I think
Yahoo.
even CNN has a slight bias.
Everything except for just like, hey, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
That's what Reddit's like. It's just like, hey, by the way, this thing is happening, letting you know. Just letting you know. And then people who have like their agendas talk, like thrash it out in the comments.
And you can just totally skip over all that.
You just skip over that. If you want just the news, it's like, hey, this is happening, letting you know, form your own opinion. And that's what I like. I don't want like people's opinions shoved down my throat, down my esophagus.
Esophagus?
Esophagus. That's a fun word.
Did you just call it an esophagus?
Esophagus.
Apple's expanding. They are now moving into the medical field. Esophagus.
Oh, esophagus. It's like, oh man, are they really? That's a terrible idea. Someone's heart monitor is going to crash. And then
I'm going to get the new Apple lung.
And then you know what's going to happen? After it crashes, they're going to be like, yeah, you should have upgraded it.
The new patch came out a week ago.
Yeah, a new patch came out that fixes that problem. Don't worry.
It's like a nicotine patch.
Oh, man. Apple, go home.
They are home, John. They're watching you.
I just don't like Apple.
I don't know. On one hand, I can kind of see why people would prefer to use a Mac, just because it's like more for artistry and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, people who aren't artists and are like more, I don't want to say practical minded because that's really misleading, but like who are more technical minded, they're using Macs, and I don't get it because for their purposes, a PC is better optimized.
They should be on Linux.
Or Linux, yeah.
Yeah, if they want just control of everything and it'll be just as pretty as your Mac, get Linux and it's free. And
their mascot is also cuter.
Yeah.
If you're going to be like that.
Tux the penguin.
Versus a freaking apple.
I don't know what it is, but I remember that the Linux penguin's name is Tux.
TUX?
I think it's TUX, yeah.
Yeah.
Tux the penguin.
That's classy. Cool. I don't know. I also like have a weird, well, I'm not going to say weird pet peeve, but I hate people who litter. Like, every once in a while I'll go camping up in a little area by Cascade, and like I'll be walking on one of the trails that they have up in the woods, and I just see litter everywhere. And I want to just like find the nearest person and slap them, even if they're not directly responsible.
You're just like, there's litter on the ground.
Well, like, it's disgusting, you know? Like, okay, this wasn't in Cascade, but I was doing some community service down in Louisville when I was there, and we were cleaning up a stretch of highway, and there's just this pair of boxer shorts lying on the ground, and I don't know why, but there's like a swarm of ants just like swarming over it, and like for no apparent reason. There wasn't any food, and the boxers weren't soiled.
I would not go anywhere near those boxers. If the ants want something about those boxers...
No, we had to pick it up. So like we got one of those like pull things, and we like stuffed it in an individual sack like on its own, and we like carried it as far away from our bodies as possible. But like...
That's about right.
Why would you do that?
People, my favorite quote from the show IT Crowd. People, what a bunch of bastards.
I would agree.
Yep.
Like, and I see this all the time. Like, I'm working at McDonald's. Like, people just throw crap out of the windows as they're driving past the drive-thru. I'm like, great. Somebody has to clean that up.
Great.
Thanks.
I have to clean that up now.
And they'll like flick ash out of the window. I'm like, you guys.
It basically, people are a bunch of dicks sometimes, but there's a select few who aren't dicks, and they're wonderful.
And they have no need of Viagra.
They have no need of Viagra.
We have established this fact previously.
We can do
I'm so glad that my Viagra quip could come back in a productive way.
Let's do some math here. Do not need Viagra, no dick.
Do not need Viagra. Reason, no dick. Thanks, Dr. Austin. You're a great help.
Patient is presenting with no dick. Prescription, not Viagra.
Imagine if like someone like fakes a prescription for Viagra. They walk up to the front counter. They hand it to like the pharmacist. He's like looking it over. A prescription for a Viagra, you say? Looks at her. Clearly a woman. Looks back at the prescription. Looks back at the woman.
However, no, I think there are times that women are prescribed Viagra.
What for?
I want to say blood pressure issues.
Then they just give them regular blood pressure medicine.
Probably, which is basically Viagra. I don't know. Let's look it up. Why would a woman be prescribed Viagra? Viagra.
Google's gonna think we're so weird. You know that they like try to optimize your search results, right?
Yes.
Like based on previous searches.
Yes, they do.
I'm looking forward to your next couple searches. And I don't know. It's like that time my brother, there was a time when he just like wanted extra money, but he didn't want a full-time job just because he was super busy.
Yeah.
So he basically agreed to become a lab rat.
Yeah, he took all those.
Yeah. And so, like, they were giving him like preliminary trials for a new drug. Well, it was new back then. It's called Gardasil. And it was normally supposed to be like not a chemo drug for breast cancer patients, but like something to help the chemo. So like it was safe for Jared to take, but like it was still being closely used with breast cancer.
Oh, this is Jared?
Yeah, it was Jared.
Oh, I thought it was...
So anyway, he's waiting in the hospital to like get the results or whatever back and get his payment. Mm-hmm. And then the receptionist just like, she doesn't even stand up or anything. She just basically shouts across the entire like crowded room, "Jared, are you a girl?"
No, ma'am.
And Jared's just sitting there reading a magazine. He's like, No? Okay, I was just curious because you're taking Gardasil, for breast cancer. He's like, "I'm not sick. Thank you."
But that's kind of like a super weird thing because guys can get breast cancer too.
Well, yeah, I know. It's just like that bias thing.
That's weird.
I found it super funny. I'm like,
are you a girl? No.
I know that not all names like carry a significant like gender heavy thing.
Jared is one of those names.
You would think that Jared would normally be a boy.
Definitely.
So
names like Tracy, kind of gender neutral.
Yeah, but like if you were wondering about that, wouldn't you just like walk up to him and ask rather than shouting it across a lobby?
They should walk him back. "Hey, are you Jared? Because this is for breast cancer. Do you have breast cancer? No? Okay. All right. You have the prescription, so I guess we kind of have to give you the medicine anyways. Bye-bye."
She turns around. "He's not sick, everyone."
Ladies and gentlemen, he is not sick.
Anyway, what'd you find?
I found out that I am having network connectivity problems.
Uh-oh. You want me to look it up?
Would you please look it up? I have found out that is the reason why women might take Viagra as if they're taking network connectivity problems.
Well, let's take a look at the good old WebMD.
WebMD. Patient is presenting with Viagra?
Alrighty. Okay. So, what it says up here, it says, Viagra improves sex for some women.
Some.
Viagra can do wonders for men. We all know this, apparently. But a new study shows that it also improves sex for some postmenopausal women. I think I know all I need to know.
Gonna exit out of that tab right there. Just not gonna enter that tab ever again.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
I think that's enough internet for me today.
Oh, no, it's not. I'm just not going to look at that tab again.
Oh, man, I got so scarred on the internet last night.
What'd you do?
I can't even talk about it.
Why not?
I was on Reddit/WTF.
Uh-oh. Not going to make that mistake again, are you?
I saw some things.
Boy. You made some mistakes, didn't you, laddie?
Like, normally when you go on WTF, there's like a couple things that go, "Oh, yeah, this is pretty gross." This was a WTF. It was disgusting and scarring. And
Was it not safe for work, laddie?
Oh, it was not safe for work, yeah.
I figured, laddie.
It was a guy with 2 penises.
That's pretty weird, laddie.
Yeah.
And you just said you couldn't talk about it, but you did, laddie.
No, I'm not going to talk about the things that he did.
Okay, now I'm going to stop, laddie, because you're freaking me out, laddie.
It was pretty bad.
I'm going to keep on saying laddie, because it sounds like a really good word, laddie.
Did you go in there and kick him straight in his daddy bags? Yes. Yes, I kicked him straight in his daddy bags.
Good for you, laddie.
Good for you, laddie.
Lassie.
Oh my goodness. Kung Fury came out this week.
You showed it to me, and I'm very glad you did.
Best movie.
I don't want to spoil it for these guys, though. They should look it up on their own, because...
all we can say is the Hoff is great in it.
Oh, yeah.
What else is really good about that?
Raptor lasers were definitely...
Those are good.
Definitely a presence.
The music is amazing. The writing is terrible, but that's what makes it good.
No. It's not terrible. It's great.
It's cheesy. On purpose.
Yeah, that's why it's great. Yeah.
Yeah. No, the writing is great, but it's terrible.
No, it's great. Cause it's cheesy.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. I get you.
Cause he's great cheese.
Knock, knock.
Who's that?
Knuckles.
Knuckles. Because that's where he punches me and I die.
We're inside each other's minds. It's like you're finishing my sentences.
Balls.
It's the best part.
And then a punch, and it was great.
It was great. The phone scene is amazing.
Yes.
The phone scene is amazing.
It was not phony.
It was definitely not phony. It's kind of funny, but it's really good.
Anyway, I think we're approaching time.
Yeah, we have definitely approached time.
Alrighty. So I guess that's all we can do for today, but next time on the Battle Yawn podcast,
we hold a sad candlelight vigil for Jadon's waifu.
Tentacle Chan! Tentacle Chan! Tentacle